We're only 2 weeks into the NFL season, and a lot of fan bases are already poking their chest out and making some reckless statements on social media. Luckily, I got my guy, New York Post columnist Steve Serby here to give you guys a thumbs up on what you're saying, or he's going to throw the challenge flag. Yep, I love it. I love it. Serby, I'm going to give you a statement that we've seen on social media, and you can either agree with it, and I throw that thumbs up like you did, or you can throw the challenge flag. Do you have the challenge flag ready?
Ready to go.
Okay, I love it. Here we go. The Dolphins are 2-0. Are the Dolphins Super Bowl contenders? Throw that flag.
Throw the challenge flag. Sorry.
Because why?
I will say, let's call them playoff contenders, okay? But Super Bowl contenders, no. Let's see Tua throw 6 touchdown passes again. The Dolphins look like they've got a decent rookie head coach in Mike McDaniel, who's having a similar effect as Brian Daboll is having on the Giants. Both of them are 2-0. But the Dolphins do not have a pass rush at the moment. Their running back situation troubles me because Raheem Mostert almost always gets hurt. And the backup is Chase Edmonds, and he currently seems to have lost his job to Mostert. So the Dolphins are lucky in this regard that the AFC West doesn't look as powerful as we all thought prior to the season, with the Raiders floundering and the Broncos floundering. So I see them as a playoff possibility, but not yet a Super Bowl team. I'm sorry. There's too many. They're not in a league with the Chiefs. I don't believe they're in the league with the Chargers. And let's just call them a playoff hopeful.
All right, Serby says, pump your brakes on fins up for right now. Let's move on to the Bengals. They lost to the Dakless Cowboys yesterday. They're 0-2. The Bengals won't make the playoffs.
That is a thumbs up for me. I predicted in my preseason preview in the Post that they would not make the playoffs, and I've seen no evidence to think otherwise. They cannot protect Joe Burrow. That's the franchise. Burrow's been sacked 13 times the first 2 weeks. Granted, the Cowboys have a hell of a pass rush, and the Bengals do have elite playmakers, but they're one of those. They're the first Super Bowl team, the first team to reach the Super Bowl since 2015 Seahawks to start 0-2, and I do not see them making the playoffs.
It's a lot of panic in Cincinnati right now. Okay, we're going to move on to the AFC West. Nathaniel Hackett is 1-1 right now in his early head coaching career, but there are a lot of boos and a lot of people doubting him right now. So Hackett will finish the season as the Broncos head coach.
The way it's going now, I got to throw the flag. In this case, a towel, but it's serving as a. Well, it's good to have a towel anyway. But Nathaniel Hackett is kind of off to a similar start to Lou Holtz when he had the Jets sing the fight song after a victory and never lived to tell about it and was gone before the season ended. The writer, the media, and the fans are all over Hackett, and rightfully so. The only way right now, unless he rights the ship and unless he starts improving his game management and his decision-making, 64-yard field goal. Oh, are you kidding me? No. Oh. Anyway, if Russell Wilson says, let's ride with someone else, it's not going to be Nathaniel Hackett, because Russell Wilson doesn't look like he's worth all the money the Broncos paid him, and the Broncos management ownership will do whatever Russell Wilson tells them to do. And right now, Nathaniel Hackett might as well show up with a red bulbous nose while he's coaching on the sidelines.
Yeah, hold on to that challenge towel, because he's going to need it to wipe off some of his sweat, because he's on the hot seat early. Last but not least, the New York Football Giants are 2-0, the first time since 2016.
17-0.
17-0 Giants. The Giants.
You heard it here first.
The Giants will make the playoffs. Go.
No, I'm throwing the challenge flag on the Giants making the playoffs. Look, Brian Daboll's done a great job. They're 2-0. They haven't had Kayvon Thibodeau or Azeez Ojulari. Wink Martindale's done a tremendous job with that defense. Daniel Jones is not turning the ball over and playing well in the fourth quarter. It's a scrappy team. It's a tough-minded team. It's a Saquon Barkley-oriented team. But you saw yesterday when the Panthers loaded up to stop Saquon, the Giants are still having trouble scoring points. And the Eagles, again, are the class of that division. Cooper Rush is the Cowboys quarterback, but apparently now Dak Prescott may be coming back sooner rather than later. So as great as it was to be a Giants fan yesterday, the team finally gave them, the home crowd, something to cheer about. This is year one of the new regime. It's a rebuild. I think they'll be fine. They're in good hands with Joe Schoen and Brian Dable, but let's pump the brakes. This is not a playoff team, even in the weak NFC.
Serby, thanks for coming on and clearing up a lot of that social media malarkey. Next week, we got to get you a challenge flag.
That's what I'm here for. I am here to clean up social media malarkey.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for joining us, my man.
Thanks, Brendan.